We are in the middle of hurricane season, and after Trump was warned that FEMA was in their own words, a pre-Katrina readiness state for hurricanes, how did he respond? He fired a bunch of the people that were warning him that FEMA's not ready to deal with natural disasters. And bear in mind, FEMA was already short-staffed, it's already had resources pulled, and it's actually slated for execution in the near future. But they also kind of needed those workers, and these are workers with recent relevant experience. Many of them worked in response to the Texas floods, and they were only doing their job, their obligation to warn the government that we're not ready for these crises. And so, of course, the messengers have been shot. The Trump administration placed more than a dozen FEMA employees on leave just yesterday after they signed an open letter of dissent about the agency's leadership. At least 2 FEMA staff members who were part of the federal response to July's flooding disaster in Texas have been placed on leave. And by the way, in total, about 180 current and former FEMA staffers signed on to this letter, arguing that the current leader's inexperience, which is true, and approach to natural disasters harms FEMA's mission and could result in a disaster on the level of Hurricane Katrina. Let me give you a little bit more from the letter, and then we'll discuss what happens as a result of them firing these people. So in the letter, FEMA employees pointed to several concerns, including the lack of a Senate-confirmed and qualified emergency manager at the helm of FEMA, the slashing and mitigation, disaster recovery, training and community programs, and restrictive new policies that curb agencies' official autonomy. The letter also requested that federal lawmakers defend FEMA from interference by the DHS, protect the agency's employees from politically motivated firings, conduct more oversight, and ultimately take FEMA out of DHS and establish it as an independent cabinet-level agency in the executive branch, which I have not thought about recently, but yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Of course, they're going the opposite direction. They're actually going to kill it. And so I want to focus on the fact that they said, hey, could you protect us from politically motivated firings? And Trump's like, yeah, that's interesting. Could you fire all the people that signed on to this actually? Because I don't like their politics. It's politically incorrect. So last month, 140 EPA employees were similarly put on leave after a similar sort of letter. And I like it, these people are in their own way, to their own capacity, American heroes. They're putting their careers on the line to warn everyone that when it comes to FEMA, when it comes to the EPA, the government is putting all of us in grave peril. And they paid the price for it. They lost their position. Sharon, what do you think?
Yeah, and they've created a record because just the way it is, nature, mankind, however we got here, there's going to be more carnage, death. There's going to be powerful storms. I mean, you have people who are still missing from the floods down in Texas. And remember the emergency manager in Hawaii who wasn't qualified and didn't sound the alarms when the fires destroyed and killed people out there, Maui? Remember all of that? So this is going to happen. It's sad. It's tragic even before we can say that. And then Trump will stand before a podium. He won't go down there unless he's throwing toilet paper and paper towels at people. He'll blame Biden or something, maybe Obama, Brownie. Hell of a job, Brownie.
No, that's, Sharon, that's literally all that I could think about during this, because I don't know about you, but because it's 20th anniversary of Katrina, these new documentaries have come out, and we watched a couple of them, and it put me back in that frame of mind that this is what you get when you don't actually take any of this stuff seriously. And what will they do? They'll never own up to their mistakes. They didn't with Katrina. Now there was political damage to them as a result of it, but they blame the people. They did that to us here in LA with the fires. That's what he's going to do. And you might be a Republican watching this. You might think, well, that's okay. He'll blame the blue states. No. You're going to be desperate for help. It was Texas that had the flooding. He didn't want to help them. You are all going to be thrown under the bus because he doesn't want to spend any money on this, because he doesn't care if you live or die. And he couldn't be any more clear about it. I apologize, I cut you off. Feel free to finish your thought.
No, the other thing is he also, after it's all said and done, like in New Orleans, Katrina, the fires, he and his cronies and 1%ers will take advantage. See, they can make money off of that. The rebuild, taking people's property, maybe eminent domain, I don't know. He'll do whatever he can to benefit from it. He doesn't care, but he'll see it as an opportunity.
Yeah. Do you think that after whatever disastrous natural disaster is coming, Kanye West will pop back up to remind us that Donald Trump doesn't care about black people? I don't.
Probably. He'll have to do it on his YouTube channel. He's not invited to these telethons anymore.
Ugh.
Remember
Good
Mike? Was
call.
it Mike Myers?
It was
Who was
Mike
standing
Myers,
next to
yeah.
him? Like
Mike
what?
Myers might be invited. I think they're making a new Shrek, actually. But yeah, I think it
think
was
so.
Mike Myers.